Extraction
What?
stations.
You playing, Ericus?
Nothing.
Oh my god. Nothing.
Roger. Stereo Sendio. Acknowledged.
Viel Glück allen. Vielen Dank. Enemy force sighted on the horizon. Spotter airborne.
Typical.
What is?
The person I want to shoot just went into smoke, so now I can't see him. Now they have come out of the smoke.
Enemy cruiser detected. Spotter returning to ship. Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy cruiser detected.
Dangerous game he's playing. As I say that, he fucking dies.
Enemy battleship sighted.
More smoke.
Attention, reporting the target position.
Enemy battleship detected. Enemy destroyer sighted.
Roger.
Gonna play the sneaky game.
Target penetrated.
So what you playing here?
Warships.
Warships?
World of Warships. What the fuck is detecting me? That is what's
Target penetrated.
Run!
Spotter airborne.
destroyer foundered.
Fucking terminated. Oh, their derpits died. I'm how disappointed.
There's a reason why I won't change my avatar anymore.
In the TS?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I noticed it the other day, but I don't think no one else has noticed. The avatars are not changing.
Because I found this really awesome.
Can you see it?
No, I cannot. It's this.
We'll look in a second.
D&D character popularity by race and class.
Zipper's on fire!
The most popular are human fighters, and elven rangers.
Elven Rangers?
Yeah. Which is surprising because rangers are kind of fucking garbage in food. I didn't think that they'd be all that popular.
Problem solved, sir. Zipper's on fire. Severely damaged.
Watching this thing on D&D, and the guy asked his guest this question. He says, "So what is like the most awesome thing any of your characters have ever done?" So I asked it to my D&D group, and no one could really come up with anything that they'd done, but they came up with some really awesome things that happened when they DM'd. And I had kind of the same thing. With mine, my characters haven't really done anything awesome other than to die in spectacular ways.
Your characters always die.
Yeah, right? So like, all of mine involve character death, and I'm like, yeah, we haven't really done anything really cool either, but we had some stuff that, you know, when we were DMing that our players did. And I said, well, you know, I have something like that too when I ran Fandelver for some of my friends. And it's like they weren't trying to break the game. I guess the guy just didn't realize how he needed to communicate stuff, right? So it was our second session, right? And it was basically their second encounter in the game. And they had just gotten to town, finished, you know, selling the stuff that they had been hired to bring into town, and, you know, doing all that stuff. Went around. Each person kind of like split up, went around asking, like, you know, what kind of things needs to be doing, trying to find like a plot hook, right?
Yes.
And they kind of ignored the quest hook for the module, and instead the fighter found this person, like this what is it? A blacksmith, right? Because he wanted to get some better armor, and she asked him to go to this inn at the other end of town that some bandits had taken over and rescue some people from it. Only she didn't want him to kill anyone because they were they're just like, you know, the young kids from the town who like fallen in with a bad crowd, and she's wanting them to just like get over there, negotiate with them, you know, get the people out. And he's like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And he makes all these like gets all the details and everything, and then when he goes back to the party, all he says, we need to go to this inn and save some people. Doesn't say any of like the stuff that, you know, they want to do. It's like, you can't kill anyone. You know, you're supposed to negotiate things. We just, you know, want some people brought back. We don't want any, you know, fighting or anything to break out, right? So they go to the place, and it's just, you know, it's just after dark, and they decide first thing they're gonna do is just scout out the building, see what's going on in there, and you know, they walk up. They roll some like mediocre stealth. Like none of them are. They had like a bard, a warlock, and a fighter. They weren't like stealthy, roguelike people, right? But I rolled 1 for every perception check that the bandits need to make. So I was just like, you know what, just to, you know, roleplay it up. These guys are all asleep, right? So they find 2 guys just sleeping outside the front door. I'm like, well, we can't really get in there because we're gonna have to, you know, sneak past them. We don't want to wake these guys up, because the rest of the group, other than the fighter, thinks that they have to fucking like kill people in order to win, right?
Yeah.
Let's show them what we're
And
made of.
they can barely see anyone inside because there's like this fire that's about to die down. So the warlock uses one of his cantrips. He puts out the fire so it's pitch black inside, and that kind of starts freaking out the bandits that were awake. And the bard's like, you know what, I'm a halfling. I bet you I can just walk past these guys out front. And he just walks from the front door.
Yeah.
And his stealth was just barely good enough that no one noticed him. And the fighter's like, you know, I'm gonna go around the back and see if there's no way in. And at this point I have them all roll initiative because they've split the party up, like, massively. Like, everyone's doing something else. The warlock decided, like, he was just gonna put out the fire and then walk over to the building for some reason. So he's really far away from everyone else. Meanwhile, the bard is in a pitch black room. He doesn't have dark vision, so he can't see, but the bandits can't see him either. So he's just kind of sitting there underneath a table.
Oh, no.
And the fighter finds the back door, and I don't know how the fuck. A bandit walks out the door, but he rolls one on the perception check. Doesn't see the fighter who's standing right there beside the door.
Jesus Christ.
And as at this point, I'm like, okay, what are you guys gonna do? And the fighter says, I want to kill him. I'm like, okay, are you sure that's what you want to do? You know that's not what they asked you to do, right? And he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna kill him. He rolls in that one. This bandit. Bandit gets alerted, starts screaming stuff, wakes up everyone inside. And the warlock hears this and starts coming back to find out what's going on. And the bandits inside the building goes through this door in the back that lets some light into the building.
Yeah.
Because we're still light in another room, so they open another room where he sees light in. So what he does is he sees one bandit. He can only see one bandit from the light. The guy, or he can only see 2 bandits from the light. The guy who's standing in the doorway, and another guy sitting at a table. So he casts Crown of Madness on the guy that's sitting at the table. Which I don't know if you know what Crown of Madness does.
Does it make them go insane?
Yes, it makes them go insane, and they have to attack the nearest ally.
Oh my god.
They have to make a wisdom check every round to see if they break it or not.
Yeah.
So things ensue. The one bandit with Crown of Madness manages to kill like 5 of his buddies by himself because they keep rolling fails on the save.
Jesus Christ.
The fighter almost dies because he gets flanked and stuff. but he gets saved by the Warlock. The way the Warlock does it is really stupid, because they're standing right next to the building, and he casts Burning Hands, which is a 15-foot cone. And like, half of the cone is going straight into the side of the building.
No.
He rolled max damage, which was something like it was something like 30 points of damage. It's only level 3. Straight up vaporizes two of the bandits, but sets the building on fire.
Oh no!
So finally, the halfling finds the people they're asked to save, but he's super fucking weak and he can't get them out. They're tied up and everything. So the fighter jumps into the room that they're in through the window because everything is on fire, and then proceeds to toss the 2 kidnapped women out the door, nearly killing one because he throws her into the wall instead of out the door, or instead of out the window.
Into the wall.
So she's unconscious and taking damage. They don't bother to try and stabilize her. So she's dying. Eventually they'll get out. The place is on fire. They have one woman who's just in hysterics because they like killed a whole bunch of people, set the building on fire, and almost killed her friend. So they decide to knock her out to get her to shut up instead of asking her to calm down and try and talk her down and stuff.
Knock her
the fuck out. And then the fire brigade shows up and they're like, they see them just standing there, one unconscious woman, knocking out another unconscious woman, a bunch of dead bodies around the corner, right?
Yeah.
And they come up, one of the guys comes up to accost them, so the bard casts suggestion on half of the, no, it was sleep. He cast sleep on half the fire brigade that showed up. The one guy who was talking to them, and then he got like 4 other people. So half the fire brigade is now asleep. And at this point, they're just like, yeah, okay, we did good. We're gonna walk away, instead of taking the people they're asked to rescue to the person to get like the reward for the cash. Just go to the other inn in town and go to sleep. And then the next day, the entire town runs them out of the town because they killed a bunch of the youths who they were supposed to just negotiate with. Almost killed one woman, knocked out another, and almost burned out half the town because they knocked out half the fire brigade who tried to put out a flaming building.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, it was. That's great. But now I have this problem because all the story hooks for the module happen in the town, and now they can't go back to the town because they fucking almost destroyed it. It was simultaneously like the greatest thing, and it made my life so much harder because I had to figure out how to do story hooks without the main like quest giving area. Which turned out not to be a problem because we only had one more session after that because everyone stopped showing up.
Aww.
But I will be back in a couple minutes.
Oh. No.
Extraction stations.
Good luck and fair seas. Merci. Good luck and fair seas.
Penetration.
Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy destroyer detected.
We sank an enemy cruiser. Off to a cracking start.
Alle Stationen, brauche Feuerunterstützung. Torpedoes dead ahead. Torpedoes astern.
We destroyed an enemy battleship.
Anti-aircraft gun torpedoes dead ahead. Fire! Problem solved, sir.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
I'm back. Yeah.
Channel switched.
全线备战。
已启用引擎增压。
Let's give them a hard time. Vielen Dank.
已停用引擎增压。
我方队伍取得领先。
长官，我们正在失去动力。
动发烟机。长官。 烟幕已设置。已启用引擎增压。启动发烟机。烟幕已设置。 已停。